Welcome to our final episode in the July Communication Series. This is your place for quick insights to elevate your leadership. I'm Dana Williams, and I help corporate leaders lead from within because authentic leadership isn't just a buzzword, it's your competitive advantage. This month, we've explored communication from the authentic leadership perspective and wanted to remind you that I have a book coming out. It's called The Internal Revolution, and it's about how to lead authentically and build your personal brand. It will be coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. And today we're talking about the leadership gap that's sabotaging your best intentions. So I had Michael who came to me and he said, I don't understand it. I'm completely transparent with my team, but they still seem guarded around me. Michael was experiencing the gap between being trustworthy and being trusted. The problem wasn't his character. The problem was how his emotions were affecting others without his awareness. When numbers were challenging, he'd share concerns. When leadership pressured him, he'd express his frustration. He thought he was being authentic, and his team experienced him as emotional unpredictability. They never knew what version of Michael they were going to get. Gallup research shows that only 23% of employees strongly trust their leadership team. That's pretty sad. So what's the solution? It's really about trust, and it's about building authentic presence, not flawless performance. So emotional recognition when you're communicating isn't about hiding your humanity. It's about sharing it in ways that strengthen your leadership. Michael learned the 4 things that followers need from their leader, and it's hope, trust, compassion, and stability. There are actually 4 levels of emotional recognition that we put into these 4 areas. So think about level 1, emotional awareness. I notice I'm feeling frustrated. So how can I as a leader provide stability? It's the hardest when a leader is helping to lead a change that maybe they're not supportive of, or maybe it's a new leader that's come in, or maybe there's just changes going on that they don't support, but yet they have to support it. So it's really important for the leader to provide stability to their team. And that emotional awareness of noticing when you're feeling frustrated and not communicating during that time is probably a smart thing to do. Level 2 is emotional integration. Just really saying to yourself, I need to process this privately before our meeting and really make sure that you're not letting emotions come out. And then level 3 is emotional influence. My team seems anxious. I should address their concerns with compassion first. And then level 4, emotional legacy. How can I model emotional maturity that gives my team that hope? Hope is the number one thing that followers need from their team. So when Michael learned this process and he started applying these, I've done it as simply as during a meeting when change was being announced, I would write these 4 things on the board and just say, okay, leaders, let's keep these in mind. Hope, trust, compassion, stability. Once, as a leader, we start applying those into emails we're writing, into conversations we're having, and then applying it consistently, you'll start seeing that your team will start bringing you challenges instead of hiding them. They'll start trusting you more. And then, in Michael's case, innovation increased because people felt emotionally safe because he was able to bring the stability, the hope, the compassion, and the trust in. So what are some things you can do this week? First, practice emotional check-ins with yourself. So before important interactions, ask, what am I feeling and how might it affect others? Second, find a processing partner. I find this either an accountability partner, a mentor, another leader, somebody you trust, and just process with them what you're getting ready to say. Practice it with them. And then third, create emotional safety. And tell your team, I want this to be a space where we can share our concerns without any judgment. This is a safe place where nobody's going to fix you. you can just share what's going on, and you create that safe space for everyone. Remember, trust is built through authentic presence, not flawless performance. If you're ready to develop your emotional recognition, I'd love for you to check out the Authentic Imprint Assessment. You can find that on danawilliamsco.com. It's free, won't take you long to take it, and it will tell you some areas that you might want to focus on. Until next week, remember that you're not just trusted, you are a person that people want to come to. And we are thrilled that you're here with us and that you can be totally trustworthy once you start practicing these tools. We look forward to seeing you in August, and thank you for following us, and thank you for taking the assessment.